Hi everybody, I'm your ever-loving JP sir, welcoming you all for this wonderful physics class. My dear students, in this class, today we are going to study about the basics of electricity in grade 10. So, in the coming modules, we are going to see this chapter completely and fully so that we can get more and more knowledgeable information from the classes. So let us all enter into that class. So the topic today is electricity. So this plays a major role in our day-to-day life. So without electricity, we cannot even lead a single day in our day-to-day life. Electricity is mostly needed in houses, it is needed in industries, and it is needed in wherever place we want to go. So almost in all the places this electricity is needed. Okay, then if we want to study about this topic, electricity, first we should know something about the charges. The charges are of two types. One is positive and the other one is negative. If we take an atom, okay, so that will be having the nucleus where the electrons, whichever is present in the atom, will be revolving in the outermost orbital. So the electrons are the negatively charged particles, whereas the proton and the neutron are embedded inside the nucleus. They are binded together inside the nucleus. So the proton, electron and the neutron are called as the subatomic particles. And that is nothing but the charges. So the SI unit for charge, that is SI unit, is Coulomb. Coulomb is the SI unit for charge. And now what is current? We are going to see the definition for current. So current is nothing but the rate of flow of charges. It is nothing but the rate of flow of charges. Rate of flow of charges. Simply we can write in letters like this. I is the letter which denotes current. I is equal to Q divided by T. Charge. Rate of flow of charges is what we call current. Now what is 1 ampere of current? 1 ampere of current is nothing but 1 coulomb divided by 1 second. The reason is the SI unit for current is ampere. And the instrument which is used to measure the current is ammeter. An ammeter is a device. It is the device used to measure the current. So it is the device used to measure the current in an electric circuit. Now let us take a very simple circuit over here. So let us take a simple circuit. So here the current whatever is flowing is 1 ampere of current. So what is 1 ampere of current? 1 ampere of current is nothing but the rate of flow of 1 coulomb of charge from one end of the conductor to the other end in 1 second. So that means the charges are flowing. That means the charges are flowing from one end of the conductor to the other end. For example, from the positive terminal, the protons are flowing this way, and from the negative terminal, the electrons are flowing this way. The charges are moving from one end to the other end. Here, the protons are moving from one end to the higher end. That means the current is passing from the higher potential to the lower potential. So if the voltage given is some 220 volt, the higher potential is 220 volt and the lower potential is 0 volt. So like that, 220 volt supply is given to this circuit, and whereas the current whatever flows over here is 1 ampere of current, that is nothing but the passage of 1 coulomb of charge. 1 coulomb of charge passing through the circuit in 1 second. So the amount of charge, this amount of charge, 1 coulomb of charge, takes the time of 1 second to produce a current of 1 ampere in the circuit. So suppose if I connect a bulb over here. So this is this bulb, okay, where the current passes through this bulb. Because of that it glows. So 1 ampere of current will be flowing in the circuit when 1 coulomb of charge passes from one end to the other end of the conductor in 1 second. And more to know about the current is the smallest measurement of current will be noted in milliampere. So milliampere and in microampere. So for milli it is 10 to the power minus 3 ampere, and for micro it is 10 to the power minus 6 ampere. So these are the lowest reading of current measurement that can be taken from a circuit. So in this class we have studied something about the charges. The charges are of two types, that is positive charge and the negative charge. Mostly the charges are there in an atom, and they are nothing but the subatomic particles. The protons, the electrons and the neutrons are nothing but the subatomic particles present in an atom. The electrons are negatively charged particles, whereas the protons are the positively charged particles, and the neutrons will have no charge. So this is all about the charge, and the charge will have an SI unit of coulomb. And to define current, current is nothing but the rate of flow of charges, and it can be given by the formula I is equal to Q divided by T, and the SI unit of current is ampere. And the 1 ampere of current, how can we define 1 ampere of current? 1 ampere of current is nothing but the current that is flowing in the circuit when 1 coulomb of charge passes from one end of the conductor to the other end in 1 second. So this will be asked, this definition, this formula as well as this definition will be asked in the public exams quite often. So we should know what is the formula for current and what is 1 ampere of current. And also the device which is used to measure the current is a meter, and the lowest measurement that can be taken from the circuit for measuring current is milliampere and microampere, whereas milliampere is nothing but 10 to the power minus 3 ampere and microampere is nothing but 10 to the power minus 6 ampere. And one more point what you should know is, if we take a circuit and I want to measure the current, how much is flowing in the circuit, so that time I can even connect an ammeter here. An ammeter can be connected here, and this ammeter is connected in series. So ammeter should be connected in series. Ammeter should always be connected in series in an electric circuit. So in the forthcoming classes we are going to study about the electric circuit and what are the circuit components that can be used in an electric circuit, and after that what is the potential difference or voltage in the next class. Thank you for watching this class.